Hey guys, Satan Deville. Guys, I'm here for you making this vid. And I just want to tell you guys, you want the best entertainment in the business? Watch ArchieLuxury. ArchieLuxury and the Poor Pluta channel, that is where I would be. The greatest comic genius of modern times. ArchieLuxury, AC3. Hey guys, Paul Pluta on the Paul Pluta channel. Today I'm doing paid review 20JU90. 20JU90. Guys, quick wristwatch check. I'm wearing a ArchieLuxury Reverso Grand Date. Okay, let's jump straight in. This is 20JU90. This is for what his name does he want to go by? Mike. Okay, Mike. Hey Arch, just turned 33 and have been watching the channel for a little over a year. I live in Colorado and live a fairly active lifestyle. Fairly active has become a relative term. I have thought for a while about getting a review from you and finally decided to pull the trigger and would love to hear your thoughts on how you feel my collection is or isn't shaping up. Plus it's cool to get a bit of feedback as I don't really know anyone I can talk with about watches. The request is a bit long-winded, so I sent more for your time. Wanted to make it count. Very cool. Very cool. I've always worn a watch, but only in the past couple of years have I actually started learning about nicer watches. Well, I guess I'll see after this review. I always wore and really valued anything I was gifted, still do, without knowing much about watches and barely knew what a quartz versus automatic watch was maybe 2 years ago. These were mainly fashion watches. I was just as satisfied with a Timex as I would have been with anything else, but I started digging a bit deeper. Something to know about me: I work in mental health care. I've been a clinician for years now. The folks that I serve are generally struggling with many needs, so I don't personally find it tactful to be wearing a luxury watch while at work often. Sometimes I'll wear one if I'm doing mostly admin, but I wouldn't want to be a distraction, so these are worn mostly exclusively outside of the office. In my personal life, I try to stay active and I like to ski, hike, camp, etc. whenever possible. I do have 3 shiders that I use for outdoor activity or going to the gym. I will spare you the trouble. Thank you. Thank you so much. I didn't want to go through these garbage. Even though the beaters accompany me, well, that's okay. I'd like to have your opinion of my nicer watches that are somewhat robust. After all, these pieces are somewhat romantic items to me. I feel we should be able to bring with us to attach memories and to enjoy. Like you say, life is too short. I also don't really spend money on expensive items other than going out once in a while. With all that said, here's the collection. I've tried to acquire pieces that are durable, somewhat under the radar, around 40 mil or under, and that cover different function. I also liked your approach in previous collection videos on collecting one piece per brand. None of these are things I'm following too closely, just general guidelines. I know never to say never, but I also don't know that I'd be able to afford going to Patek or Lange. I do wear the pieces out, but again, my immediate circle are not folks who often are discussing watches, so the watches I get are really for my own enjoyment, although I wouldn't be opposed to a flashier suggestion. Okie dokie. Okay, that's good news there. So far I have, number 1, a Tudor Black Bay 58 as my diver. Bought this new from the AD literally the week after I asked about it. Absolutely love it. I wear this often, especially when doing something active. Not much else to say. I can't think of much I dislike about it because the size, I love the size especially. Really, everything about it, it's a great everyday watch for me and seems like a good option to cover lots of bases. Interestingly enough, it's the only one of my 3 options that I've had anyone comment on, which has happened a few times. Then we've got number 2, Omega Speedmaster, first Omega in space. Purchased second-hand, no box papers. I chose this for a chronograph with a lot of inspiration from you. I know it's blasphemy, but at first I didn't understand the appeal of the Speedmasters. I appreciate their history, but that wasn't exactly about their look until I saw one in person. The subdials and finishing are absolutely beautiful. I love the hands, the leather strap, and the fact that it's under 40 mil. I wear it mostly as a dress watch. He wears it as a dress watch. And occasionally into the office. Yes, occasionally into the office, as it seems most people don't notice it. I actually like the manual wind as it requires that I interact with the watch. Very, very true. Number 3, we got a Rolex Polar Explorer 2 16570. Solid end links, no holes case, purchased second-hand, box papers, and recently had a full service. This has barely left my wrist since I purchased it. Got it at the start of COVID as a pick-me-up. Absolutely love this piece as it walks the line between solid tool watch and also has a bit of refinement. Could stare into the polar dial all day. Love the contrast with the black hands and borders on the 1 hour markers. I'm very content now but with the collection and am not in any rush to make any changes. Still, I want to know your thoughts on the current lineup and potential ideas for down the road. What changes would you make? I'm thinking that someday I'd like to add a Rolex Explorer 1 114270 for a everyday, as well as a JLC Reverso as a proper dress watch. Not sure which type. It's probably pretty random, but I found the Grand Seiko SBGH273 very cool with the deep blue dial. Maybe an interesting piece or for special occasions. Anyhow, thank you for your thoughts. I know these are difficult times. I respect your transparency about struggles. I also appreciate your struggles with your feedback. You bring a lot of help, humor, and enjoyment and passion to many in this hobby. Thank you. Bring it on. Cheers and stay healthy. Mike. Thank you, Mike. I love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. So I gotta tell you, man, this is a very interesting collection. So there we go. He works in the mental health area. I gotta tell you, don't ever be ashamed to wear these watches proud. You are an example of mental health success. Wear it as a beacon. When you get better, you can get one yourself, man. That's what I'd be saying. So firstly, the Tudor Black Bay 58, I think is an absolute perfect size. I had the standard Black Bay Burgundy. I always found it too big, too tall, just too bulky. And I think the 58 is actually the perfect size. Well done. Absolute perfect diver. Then we got this first Omega, the Omega Speedy. I got to tell you, if I was to buy a replacement Speedy, because I had a few, I would get the first Omega in space. I think it's absolutely perfect. I like the size. I like the hands. I like everything about it. And it must be manual wind. It's gotta be manual wind. That is a great watch. You cannot complain about that. That is an absolute crackerjack of a chronograph, of an Omega Speedmaster, first Omega in space. And then we've got the Rolex Explorer 2. I am so upset I sold mine. I needed it to pay for a Patek. Absolutely, you've got all your bases, your 3 main bases covered. Diver, Chrono, GMT. Man, you are done. You are done. You really don't need to add anything to that. What would I add? I think an Explorer 1. I'd probably go, yes, I would go for the 39mm Explorer 1. That's what I would do. Or the Air King. I reckon that's a great everyday. Reversos, the only thing I can say, I'm wearing a Reverso Grand 8. Get the grand size. Get the grand size. That's the grand size. That's the one to get. The big, oversized. That's what you want. You don't want to go too small. They got the classic size. Don't go there. You want the bigger size. I've got an 8-day power reserve. That's an amazing complication in itself. I would go Reverso. Don't buy it new. You got to buy that pre-owned. And That's a great watch. The Seiko, forget the Seiko. Forget the Seiko. Don't get the Grand. I mean, if you've got oodles of money, maybe get a Grand Seiko, but I'd rather get the Reverso. I'd rather get the Explorer. So I'd rather get an additional Rolex. I'd rather get a Reverso. Then you could get a Grand Seiko. Don't be in a rush to get the Grand Seiko. It is a great watch, great refinement, great finishing, but I'd rather get the Rolex. Get the Rolex, then get the Reverso. So you got to get your priorities right. You are really done. One and done. That's a 3-piece meal, combo meal deal. You're not going to go hungry on that. You're not going to go hungry with that 3-piece feed. You know, I honestly say that to you. More stupidity. Okie dokie. So there we go, guys. That's the answer, guys. Like, subscribe, tell your friends. Don't be afraid to put some comments, positive or negative. Now, guys, I can't survive on the Google Ads. I cannot survive on the Google Ads. I need paid reviews to keep me on the tubes. Guys, I'm running out of paid reviews. Now would be very handy to get a paid review done. I'm Paul Pluta. Tell me what you guys think of that. Keep going. Hi guys, ArchieLuxury. And who do I recommend in America? In America, who do I recommend for quality pre-owned wristwatches? David SW, David SW, David SW. Go to davidsw.com. He is the best, the greatest pre-owned dealer in all of the United States of America. David SW, David SW, David SW.
Sorry about the wait. What can I get for you?
No worries. Could I please have a 5-piece of hot and spicy chicken?
Yep.
A large chips and 1 zinger burger.
Is that all?
Yes, thank you.
All right, just drive on through to the last window.
Thank you. Hi guys, I'm ArchieLuxury. I'm the method actor who plays Paul Pluta, Satan DeVille. I play a number of characters on the ArchieLuxury and the ArchieLuxury Corporate and the Paul Pluta channel. Guys, I want to talk to you about weight loss. Weight loss. I don't know if you've noticed in the last couple of weeks there, but there's been a steady decline in my weight. And I got to tell you, the ArchieLuxury weight loss program, I've rebooted that thing there more than a bad server with Windows NT on it. Guys, I want to talk to you about weight loss, and I want to be completely honest and serious with you. I've got a new technology, and it's gonna help you lose the pounds. ArchieLuxury, this is the new secret information, Tapeworm 2000. That's correct, Tapeworm 2000. Hi guys, ArchieLuxury, new sponsor on the channel, APPSTANTIATE. Help get the most of your engineering and DevOps with APPSTANTIATE. APPSTANTIATE provides on-demand DevOps infrastructure, test automation, and continuous integration as a service with a focus on mentoring and hiring assistants to help engineering teams scale. They are experts in Google Cloud, Amazon Web Services, and the latest open source utilities to help your company save time and money. Cost reduction in your hosting bills alone will pay for itself. In addition, the team is 100% onshore, New York City-based senior engineers. APPSTANTIATE will help you get most productivity out of your current stack and/or employee headcount. Email hello@appstantiate.com. ApppStantiate.com. Please email now, hello@APPSTANTIATE.com for more information. Archie Luxury, proudly supporting fantastic businesses. And don't forget, guys, make sure you subscribe to the Archie Luxury corporate live streaming channel to be updated on all the live shows I do. Live shows!